back with
Hello.
with less
Flipping
technical
people.
yeah, with less technical difficulties, hopefully. But here we go.
And more flipping, apparently.
Even more flipping.
Yes. So, you were changing your appearance to look more swamp-like,
Yes.
putting little fish skull fetishes, and bones and pieces of rotten meat all over yourselves. Yeah. Before you entered this what happened? You do see there's sort of a low-lying cave beyond. While the rest of the spire is really again covered in this green foliage, it's hard to see pretty much anything up there.
Cash looks like a swamp thing, so that's pretty good.
Could of course try to climb it. If you wanted to.
Do my best.
Nah, that seems to be quite perilous.
You choose the caves.
We choose the caves.
All right. Choose the caves.
What do the caves
We
look
could
like?
split up.
you
Part of
walk
us
near?
Yes.
climb the
Yes,
other.
let's split up. We
Split
cover
up.
more ground like this.
It has never gone wrong.
As you split up, I'll just split you up in different places.
Sakurai is having a -2 to climb straight to the top.
And then sheep with all his strength just falls straight to earth.
I am going to talk my way through the buggers.
It looks
Oh,
like, as you're near the
like
opening, that there's almost looks like a maw at the bottom with sort of teeth scattered all around. Sort of it's sloping down towards the cave.
I hope the boggers understand common, because I don't speak boggart.
What language do they speak?
Probably buggered. Maybe they speak dwarven.
I don't know, do they have their own language?
Yes.
Yes, they do. I have
And
undercommon.
I'm to tell you that until the line here, it's all difficult terrain.
I ignore one square of it per round.
And that line is what?
That is sort of the place where it slopes down and sort of becomes flat again. This is sloped down, and here it sort of becomes.
So if we push Jake right now, he'll be a bowling ball.
I'll smash into all these rocks first and foremost.
Clang, clong, clang.
As you look into the
Fine, it'll
darkness,
be a game of pinball.
the caves.
Fighters
Or have
first.
Come on,
Okay,
fighters.
since there's no initiative, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna happily ignore the difficult terrain.
Caves.
Right.
Can't see them yet.
Could I make a
Someone-
perception check to see if anything is strange or
Does
different?
Kyrens see darkness though?
No.
I do. I'll do a perception.
Cash doesn't really see anything here.
This is a good question.
It's,
Should I
it's
create some-
caves of dark
Should I
stone.
create some light?
Yes, Sakurai will create a light and put it on his, I don't know, his walking stick.
Also, I guess I'll use create light and I'll put it on Kyron, I guess, if he wants.
I have
Just-
my own create light.
Alright,
Just
fine, I'll
don't
create some
put
light.
any
I'll,
light in my face.
I'll create light and I'll create it on my now fish-looking medallion, which is actually my holy symbol.
Asmodeus is not pleased.
Grumbles from the symbol.
It's only a disguise. It really does not look like. It's really not a fish.
Disguise me, sir.
Fish thing.
Hey, into the darkness.
Jump and run into the darkness. Take
Yes.
no heed.
Well, it's not really
no
darkness. We've got three
skip,
people.
thank
We've got
you.
three people glowing like flash
traps.
bombs.
Sakurai looks to the right here. Is there something in these alcoves?
They seem to go further in.
Is there
Could
any...
Zacharias make a perception check?
Yes, he can. Soon, I just need to... How's 27?
Zacharias hears what sounds like sort of some floppy sort of weird sounding feet coming from this direction. Apparently they're moving away from here.
Zacharias sort of signals the party and says, I think there was a guard post here. He's moving further into the caves.
Shall we pursue him?
Is there any tracks? Like, is there like tracking leading this way, this way, this way?
I mean, sure, I can do a perception check to see if I can see tracks here. It's sort of rock bottom, but there is certainly dirt and such that's been dragged down.
28.
Yeah, you can see that there are some tracks. You can't really, I mean, you don't really do tracking as such, but you can certainly see that some things have been moving in both the direction. This direction, however, seemed to not really be used.
Okay. So can I with a 28, can I say, okay, this sees more traffic, or this is fresher than this is?
They seem to have actually both have a good deal of traffic.
As looks at the party and shrugs, they both seem well traveled. I am not sure.
Well, this one's bigger, so clearly it must be better.
Zacharias shrugs very well. Is it the same kind of tracks?
It seems so. Again, Zacharias doesn't really do tracking, such. It's sort of hard for him to tell, but it certainly looks sort of sameish.
What would it take to identify track? Survival skill?
Take track, I believe.
There
Yeah,
isn't
that's
Track's not a
that
feat, it's
is
just survival
survival.
skill now.
Right, so I have a skill then.
the thing we're best
Oh.
at.
You don't know what the hell these tracks
Wait.
are. Are they even tracks? They could be like natural things, couldn't they?
Alright, stand
Guys,
back
I got this.
for my awesomeness.
Boom!
That's a natural
Oh.
20.
Right, Zacharias think these might be pocket tracks. I don't really know how much sort of experience he has identifying such.
It's a natural 20, man. It's just light pours out of his eyes.
Let's see here. Yeah. I will. You will have to walk a little slow in these caves because I will be sort of reading up what they are as you go in there. And as you walk into this cave, it looks like a big empty cave. There's sort of hard rock floor, and it seems to be very wet in here.
And I will actually cast Shield on myself because I have plenty of spell slots, and I would like to be prepared in case something happens. So that will last 3 minutes. I'm not sure when 3 minutes will be over, but I'm sure you will tell me or something.
You walk in here to see all the wet walls and such in here.
Kyron will do the only logical thing and always follow the biggest path. Clearly that makes sense.
Marcus, get up here.
Right. Karen chooses to walk into the. I think we're going to use this tool. It takes a little longer, but it makes much more sense from the look of the places. Like this. And in this cave, as you sort of walk in, it is another sort of big, wet, empty cave, but you sort of see a lot of blue slime mold covering the western wall.
Oh, if I've learned one
it
thing
looks-
about mold, it's stay the fuck away.
It also looks to be a very small tunnel that leads into the southern wall.
Tunnel is worth.
It could just be a crack, though.
This
Yeah,
man-
this is very distinct. That it has a lot of. Let's write that here then. Ooh, slime mold. That'll help you keeping track of what happened. Growing in that wall.
Would Zacharias recognize the mold?
A second then. Let's see. Yeah, he sees it. He sort of know what sort it is. You know, not he doesn't know the direct kind, but it seems to be. As far as he knows, it's not poisonous. It's not dangerous, but it looks sort of nice, really. Sort of glistening blue.
What's it called?
Well, generally just blue slime mold.
Not very
It's
creative.
not really that exciting compared to what it might seem like to someone who doesn't know what it is.
Zacharias shrugs. It might be some sort of, maybe they gather mold for food or something here. I get the feeling we might actually want to follow that guard, but I'm not sure.
Well, do you suggest we turn around?
I don't know. We'll take a look at what is just up ahead.
Okay, just ahead. Right there.
Paladin on my face.
Right, you storm into the next cave, looking not before behind you.
Aaron charges.
It looks
charge
like pretty much an empty cave. Still, there's sort of the water running down the walls. Most likely what this blue slime mold eats is some sort of mineral deposed in this water as it grows here. But it doesn't grow into this small cave. It just appears to be an empty cave.
What's in here?
Yes, what's in there? Sure, go on. Looking around.
Hello?
Howdy.
Yes, you see here a large cave dominated by two murky pools, and in the middle there's sort of a wet, seems constantly wet walkway. There's sort of muck and slime coats the floor, and it seems sort of like it'd be difficult to walk in this place. It certainly is a bottleneck, if you ever saw one.
That is definitely a place where combat will happen eventually.
Let's
go
find
into it.
out.
As
Like this is
You should
classic
look over.
ambush.
As you look over here, you see that there's sort of a little thing here where it seems that some minerals dripping down from the ceiling have made a very beautiful crystal formation.
Mhm.
They appear to be very, very delicate. And nice.
Is it magical?
They don't appear directly magical, but perhaps they would be useful in some sort of magical component.
Ooh.
They would have to be studied for longer.
Okay, sure.
Kyron doesn't even notice.
Make
because-
Zacharias certainly does. Make a note there. Yes. Crystal
Yeah.
formation.
If it's shining at all, Azurius would have been like looked at it for a few moments. Maybe looked at exactly right.
It reflects the light as you continue on. You find that this place is actually sort of difficult terrain for moving about in, and maybe if you get too close to the edge, there's a chance of even slipping down into the pool.
Does the water seem deep?
It's not very deep, but there's sort of little sort of tunnels out in, so things could be hiding in there and from the light or something. You don't really know.
Zacharias
But they
picks
could
up
be connected to others.
Zacharias picks up a small pebble, puts light on it, and throws it sort of into the water,
Yeah.
like here, 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 here.
Seems that they sort of are not very deep pools. If you fall into it, you won't drown. It'll be unpleasant. They'll go up to sort of your chest area, but it's sort of scaled down under here, having corroded. It seems the way almost in under here. Perhaps they could connect to similar pools around via these small ways, and fish and cryfish and whatever could move about.
Okay.
This is sort of a
That's-
narrow passage. You can make your way through. It's sort of wet and slippery, so it's not like you're going to get stuck, certainly.
Kyron frowns but moves on.
Alright. Coming, it broadens out a bit. A far sort of bigger area. You can walk around comfortably. And you found that there's sort of a smell of dirt or something coming from here.
Dirt like soil or dirt like poop?
What?
I don't know.
I didn't hear what you
Said,
said.
like- Oh, okay. You said like dirt of something, so I didn't. Do you mean like dirt like soil or dirt like dung? Like, did something take a dump, or does it just smell like soil?
As you look down the passageway here, I'll just reveal stuff for you. An answer comes to you. Quickly.
Someone poops in Kyra's face.
As you see a cave filled with bones. piles and piles of bones, looking old and new, of all sorts of probably monsters, animals, and sort of humans and frog people, skeletons, and tons of skeletons. Certainly there would be a lot of them. Yeah, even dwarves and such. Where did all these come from?
Refuse. They have hunted travelers in the forest and killed them, eaten them, and then dumped the bones here, no doubt.
There are most likely, more than 100 dead things in there.
Who says they're necessarily all from the forest?
The boggers would have to travel far otherwise. I don't think...
See
Well,
two
if we're not careful, we could end up corpses in there.
Indeed.
When in doubt, go left.
Kyron will turn around and address the party. A fork. Which way do we go?
Keep right, I think. Maybe it connects to the other passage.
Sure.
But at least we can, we can take a glance up to the north one as well.
I wanted to do a perception check on the boneyard to see if there's anything interesting beside bones, but I only rolled a 15.
It appears to just be bones, remains. No meat. Well, it sort of seems older than that.
Okay.
I'm looking up the north way just to take a peek. What's...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Should look through.
Well, that was an anticlimactic fork.
As forks go.
Look into a cave here. Here's a cave with a pool of water. There doesn't appear much else in it, but the pool is teeming with what seem to be sort of big, greenish, ugly-looking tadpoles.
Oh, it's a spawning
this is their
grounds.
spawning pool.
There also is what seems to be a crude statue of a sort of a great bloated boggard, sort of writhing with tentacles from everywhere, watching the pool.
Well,
Ew.
I doubt it's Cthulhu, so it's
And
probably
if you will
statue
do
of
a
Dagon.
religion or planes, you can sort of see.
Let's see, which of mine is better?
God, I'm rolling badly on those. Considering I have +9. I rolled a 10 and I rolled an 11.
I also
Actually-
rolled bad with a +9.
Actually.
I assume I can't do both for religion and a planes.
That's fine.
I roll also very bad.
Well, planes help me. No.
Nope.
You
That's-
don't know what that statue is then.
Wait,
It's an evil
Jonas,
frog
do you have
butter.
planes? Yes. Jordan says planes.
Okay, so that I was just making sure my skill worked. I'm not actually taking 10.
Zacharias is not really that sure, but I guess it could be Dagon. Boggart filled with tentacles. Alright, it could be Dagon, maybe. He's not really sure.
So we're all here just scratching our heads like.
Oh.
What is that? A tentacled Boggart, huh? That's weird.
Should we go in there and kill the babies, maybe?
We can do that as a threat, perhaps.
Yeah.
If they don't let us pass, we will torch the spawning pool.
Torch.
Torch.
Because burning water is always a wise move.
Of course, you just boil the eggs.
Let's take a look in here quickly before we move on.
And here?
Give me a second. One thing at a time.
There's too many of us.
I want to
As
see
you walk
everything.
in here, you see sort of a place.
Where are we here?
That is what I've just revealed. This place.
Yep.
Yeah. You walk in there, and here you It looks like a treasure room.
Oh,
You see what looks like beautiful diamonds sort of sparkle along the wall, and it looks very very pretty. It's a lot of things stashed over there.
Loose or just are they like in the wall, like mining out?
It's loose.
Okay, so piles of diamonds.
It looks like it, yeah.
Is it magical?
Crystals. Well, maybe.
Detecting magic.
You feel a small, faint transmutation aura,
I don't trust that.
and you sort of, as you look around, you see that I mean, you're in here by now, and you see that this sort of looks like it's ice, while the treasure is over here.
This is ice?
Yeah, between the dots, it sort of looks very icy,
Hmm.
cold, rather than being sort of cave floor.
There's some magical effect securing the treasure, most likely then. Yeah. Zacharias nods to himself and sort of heads back to the others and says, there seems to be some sort of treasure room back there. However, there's something protecting it, some form of spell. Might be something to look into later, but for now I think we should press on. The treasure is not going anywhere.
As Karen goes down here, he can see what seems to be huts, sort of part of him. And weirdly enough, you can hear what sounds like sort of a croaking voice from over here.
Over here, is he?
Yes.
Zacharias
As if someone's singing. As you hear the flapping of what could sound like feet on wet stone.
Zacharias will look at us, Sirius. Do you have anything that would shield us from the fear effect of these croaks?
Protect us from the fear effect, no, but to give us minor protection, yes. You know, it wouldn't be for total, but it would help. Would you like me to cast it?
At least on our more
I can
Choose your
yeah.
words carefully.
I can hit us all with one spell.
which spell are you thinking of?
Bless. Plus one to fear saves.
That seems perfectly reasonable.
As Cash looks into this place, you see what seems to be a lot of mushrooms sort of grown and cultivated. It smells kind of bad. You'd guess that maybe this is also a toilet and a field farming area where they grow mushrooms.
Oh, removing bless? What are you doing?
Mushroom!
Oh, I have
Badger,
left.
badger.
I'm also going to recast my shield, so I refresh the duration.
Oh my god, a snake!
Oh. Mushroom.
No, badger.
So do we go left then?
Where did we hear the voices from up here?
Sounded like more north of there.
More north of
It's
it,
sort of echoing in here.
Oh, but nothing from here?
You don't really hear much, no.
Just quickly, Zacharias sort of quickly moves in here, takes a peek.
Right? Moves in there.
I don't like leaving a big cave.
You see a
Overlooked.
big cave.
Filled with a gigantic dragon.
Roll initiative.
And then run away.
Lots of huts in it. Most of the huts seem to have sort of flaps down over their entry things. And you can sort of hear a little bit of croaking from around. Nothing that amounts to the amount of noise up from up there.
Zacharias looks to the others. I think this is where they live. And I think the croaking is some sort of ceremony up north. Maybe they're gathering for war. Maybe the warrior warned them, and they're actually gathering up there to gather some blessing from Dagon before they rush us. Maybe we should move north as quickly as possible to see what we can do.
It seems strange that they wouldn't protect their young or their houselings.
And these are exceedingly evil creatures, but you are right. It seems odd.
Well, their actions are not, let's just say, always rational.
I agree. They are worshipping a demon lord after all. What rationality could you expect from these things?
We are doing the same kinda. Asmodeus is.
Marcus!
Asmodeus is not a demon lord, Lady Cash. He is an archdevil. There is a world of difference.
But he's dreaming and a...
The demons and the devils
Yes.
at war just as much as the angels and the devils.
The demons and the devils have fought an eternal war for hell and the abyss since creation itself. They are arch enemies.
Blood War, I believe it's called.
Yes, the Blood War. Because the demons encompass everything that is chaotic and destruction, while the devils are order and tyranny and control. They are polar opposites.
Sure, look here, the mushroom farm is here, and it looks like just another sort of small cave with a little pool in it.
Okay.
And as Kyron walks in here, yeah, you'll just have to give me a little bit of time. So,
Cast Fireball.
If they really want to trade fireballs, I'm up for it.
Yeah, right. Oh, jeez. That's a thing.
you
It looks nice.
see something in the room. First describe the room, and then the thing. The room is sort of a large cave. It is very high vaulted, and it constantly sort of drips down as if it's sort of raining all the time. It looks like there are sort of also these pools and sort of spots on the walls of luminescent algae that gives off different colors, giving sort of a psychedelic look to the place. In here, it's also clear that there have been set up some sort of altar, and sort of it's very decorated with many leather strips, what looks like skin from different things dried up and then hanged around here, and skulls and dead fish and hunting things and broken equipment and stuff like that. You see also here a Kroon stone altar, which is definitely an altar to Dagon. And upon it is what seems to be layers of old dried blood. It looks like the altar has been painted with some of this luminescent algae, and it actually seems like there's some intelligent demonic iconography sort of copied from some place. Doesn't look like bugbear, but sort of demons eating humans and the like, savagely painted here. In the middle of the place, there's a fire pit that burns, and there's also a being here, dancing and screaming out right now. It looks definitely like a bogard. And as Kyron sort of looks, he doesn't really seem to notice Kyron. He dances around, his eyes sort of in his skull. Doesn't really seem to see you. As he just sort of screams away in some weird croaking language that you don't really know.
Is he
Kyron
decorated
will-
it anyway? I mean,
He's not really specially decorated. He has a staff, what seems to be sort of made of bones, and then it's decorated with fish bones and fish heads and such. Beyond that, he has a loincloth and a lot of sort of luminescent body tattoos. Next to him, you see what seems to be some sort of savage flasks of something that is smoking a little bit.
Hmm.
As he dances here,
he's drunk.
croaking loudly.
Kyron will turn to Zacharias and look quite confused. He did not expect a dancing frog.
Zacharias looks very speculative at the frog and seems to consider things, and then turns to the party. He seems alone and unaware of us. I think I wish to approach him, see if we can communicate. If it fails, we kill him swiftly.
Fine by me.
Very well. Please.
Good luck talking to the dancing frog, I suppose.
Zacharias smiles. Thank you. Please be close behind me in case I need it.
I shall have my specialty ready.
As Zacharias moves in, he will use one of his cantrips to basically create a greenish glow around himself, like almost like a faint aura, sort of making him almost more magical looking.
Alright.
Glancing at the others, sort of motioning them to get a little bit closer.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
She walk closer.
Initiative.
He certainly is at initiative, that's for sure.
Yeah. If as you sort of walk closer, he stops and looks at Zacharias. His eyes sort of returning to his skull. And he looks and he speaks in sort of broken common. The color of blue slime conceals your future. Learn its secrets or fail at your master's charge. And suddenly he sort of seems to, instead where before was a lumping around, slapping his feet hard into the ground, he seems to get a manic burst of energy as he leaps up to his feet and starts again dancing and screaming and croaking. And the fire that burns sort of grows stronger and changes to blue in response to what must be some sort of abyssal prayer. The boggart then sort of kneels down from the fire and laughs manically. Again, a croak here and there. As he looks to you, you get a faint feeling that as he bows down in front of the flames, it may not be the flames, but you he's bowing down in front of.